Hello everyone, am I audible? Reply in the chat if I am audible. Sorry for the delay. There was some, Zoom has updated all the settings. So it was have to figure out live streaming. Yes, okay. Okay, fine. So we will start today's session. In today's session, we'll be learning about percentages. Percentages videos I have already shared. In this session, we are going to learn about previous year's questions. We will solve previous year's questions from percentages topic. I've compiled questions from both MBA and MCA question papers. Okay, and we will be solving questions one by one. Some more questions are there which we will cover again later. For MBA exam, you can expect 3 to 4 questions from percentages topic, and if you are writing PGCET MCA, you can expect around 2 questions. So we'll solve the questions one by one. First question we have is there were 2 candidates in an election. I think now the screen is visible. Yes. So as I told you, I have compiled these questions were taken from previous year's question papers of PGCET, MBA, and MCA. For MTech, yes, Sharath, we will cover certain sessions for MTech as well. Okay, but these questions are common. So once you understand the concepts, same concepts will be there even for your MTech questions. So you can attend these sessions and practice the questions as well. So the question is, there were 2 candidates in an election. One got 62% votes and elected by a margin of 144 votes. Total number of votes were. So they have given there are 2 candidates. One candidate has got 62%, right? This is the winning candidate. Winner has got 62% votes. And how much votes did loser get? What percentage of votes did the loser get? The losing candidate. Answer in the chat. You should subscribe to the channel to answer. If any of you are not able to comment, we have made it subscriber only. You'll have to just subscribe to the channel to comment. Yes, if can somebody answer? If winner has obtained 62% of the votes, what percentage of votes did loser obtain? We are assuming everybody has cast their votes. So out of 100%, 62% is winner's vote. What percentage is the loser's votes? Yes, Anu, correct. Anu says 38% is the votes that loser has got. Correct. Anu, Fauzia, Rakesh, correct. So 38% is the votes got by the loser. And winner has been elected by a margin of 144, means he got 144 votes more than the loser. So what is the difference? Difference between 62 and 38 is 24%. Okay. So loser has got 38% of votes and winner has got 62% of the votes. Difference between these two votes is 24%. And this 24% is 144 votes. Understood? So the winner has got 144 votes more than the loser. So the percentage difference is 24%, and that is equal to 144. You need to find out the total number of votes. So if 24% is 144, how much is 100%? So to calculate that, 100% of the votes is 24%. You get 144. How much is 100%? Cancel this by 12. 12 12s are 144, 12 twos are 24. Now 250s are 100. So this is 600. Okay. 600 votes is the total number of votes. And I have told in all my previous video lectures as well, do not use calculators because calculator will not be given in the exam. So try to solve using manual calculation even when you're practicing. This will make sure that you will do the calculations fastly in the actual exam. Okay, so all of you have understood this, I believe. If you have not understood, if you have not yet solved, please write down the solutions. You can just write the question number and write the solution. This question PDF will be shared in the WhatsApp group. If you're not a part of the WhatsApp group, check the video description. In video description, WhatsApp group link is mentioned and Telegram channel link is also mentioned. Join both. You will be able to access all the previously shared resources also in Telegram channel. And in WhatsApp group, you will be able to get only the resources that I share from now on, right? Previously shared resources you can access from Telegram channel. This question PDF will be shared. So just note down the question number and write down the answers. Now we will solve the next question. Second question. A man gains 10% by selling an article for a certain price. If he sells it at double the selling price, what is the profit made? Here, whenever in the question and in the options, everywhere it is percentage. Okay. Whenever in the question as well as in the options, everywhere it is percentages, you can solve it by considering the base price as 100. He is making a profit of 10%, right? So let me assume cost price as 100 rupees, then selling price is 110, right? So this is with 10% profit, correct? If he sells it at double the selling price, that is, if the selling price is double of this, instead of 110, if he sells it at 220, then what is the profit made? So what is the difference between cost price and selling price now? So difference is 120. That itself is a profit percentage. Understood the second question? Cost price, we are assuming it to be 100. Therefore, selling price is going to be 110 with a profit of 10%. If he sells it at double the selling price, means existing selling price double, which is 220. Then difference between cost price and selling price is 120, which is the profit percentage for if he had sold it at this cost. Hope all of you have understood this. Now we will solve the next question. Third question. Population of a particular area A of a city is 5,000. It increases by 10% in the first year, decreases by 20% in the second year. In the third year, population increases by 30%. What will be the population of the area A at the end of the third year? You can just keep adding, subtracting whatever percentages is given and get the answer. That is one way of solving. Initial population is 5,000. It increases by 10% at the end of first year. First year, it is increasing by 10%. So add 10%. What is 10% of 5,000? Yes, what is 10% of 5,000? Anybody? Just remove the last zero to get 10%, which is 500. So end of first year, population is 5,500. Yes, Fauzia Banu has given first year 10% increment, which is 500. Now, second year, it decreases by 20%. So second year, subtract 20% of this. 10% is 550. So 20% is 1,100, which gives you 4,400. Okay. And third year, there is an increase of 30%. Third year, there is an increase of 30%. So 10% is 440, 30% is 1,200, and then 120, which is 1,320. So the total population is 5,720 at the end of 3 years. This is one method of solving. You can solve this using this method only if the initial value is given. Okay. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಈ ತರ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಫೈನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ percentage factor method. If you don't know percentage factor method, in the same playlist you can see percentages detailed video explanation which we have conducted few weeks back actually. Go through that to understand what is percentage factor method. According to that, the updated population, that is the new value, updated population is, original population is 5,000 into increases by 10%, means 1.1 is a percentage factor. 10% convert into decimal. 10% when you convert to decimal, it is 0.1. 20% if you convert to decimal, it is 0.2. 30% if you convert to decimal, it is 0.3. Okay, this is decimal equivalent of percentage. Wherever there is an increase in the percentage, you have to add it to 1. 1 plus 10%. Okay, 1.1. Whenever there is a decrease of certain percentage, subtract it from 1. So 1 minus 0.2 is 0.8. And again, there is an increase, so we have to add it, which gives you 1.3. So convert percentage to decimal. If it's increase in percentage, add it to 1. If it is a decrease of percentage, subtract it from 1. Understood, everybody? So this is 500. First year, there is an increase of 10%. Second year, there is a decrease of 20%. Third year, there is an increase of 30%. Okay. So you can multiply 1.1, 0.8, and 1.3, and then multiply with 5,000 to get the answer. This is another way of solving, but whenever initial value is given, this method is better to get the answer quickly. Next, we will solve the next question. Has everybody understood? Any questions? Let me know if you have any doubts. Now we will solve the fourth question. Simple interest on a certain sum for 8 months at 4% per annum is 129 less than simple interest on the same sum for 15 months at 5% per annum. Difference between two different time period and two different percentages is given for the same amount. You're supposed to find out what is the amount. Now, what is simple interest formula? PTR by 100. This is simple interest formula, or in other words, you can just write principal amount into percentage factor for rate of interest, and months or years time you can write down. Okay. So PTR by 100, simple formula we will consider. This is less, right? This first thing is less than the other simple interest. So the second case, whatever they have given, that gives more simple interest. So let me write down that first. So P into time is 15 months. I have to divide it to year, and rate of interest is 5%. PTR by 100. P we don't know, we are supposed to find it. R is 5. Time is supposed to be taken in years. Since 15 months is given, 15 by 12 will be the number of years. This is the simple interest earned in the second case. In the first case, principal amount into time is 8 months, converting that to years is 8 by 12, and rate of interest is 4. So this difference is 129. We'll simplify this to get the principal amount. Both of this has 12 by 100 as the denominator, so we can take it out as a common factor. P is common, so we will take P by 12 by 100 as a common factor. So here I get 15 into 5, which is 75, minus 8 into 4 is 32. This is equal to 129. So P is equal to 129 into this 12 into 100 goes to the numerator. 75 minus 32 is 43. That comes in the denominator. Understood, everyone? 75 minus 42. 75 minus 32 is 43. 43 by 12 into 100 goes to the other side. It becomes the reciprocal. Now you see 43 is a prime number and compare it with 129. 4 43s are 120. 3 3s are 9. So 43 3s are 129 you get. 3 into 12 is 36 and then 2 zeros. This option D is the answer. Understood, everyone? Type 4 if you have understood this fourth question. Type 4 in the chat box if you have understood the fourth question. Yes. Let me know if you have any doubts, if any of this set, if you have not understood, you can ask. Next question. For verbal comprehension, we have it under members only section. You can, under the channel page, you can select join button. If you select join button, you can see your MBA verbal aptitude section. So I think if you're paying for the first time, you have to pay some 89 or 90 rupees, I believe. For the first month, you will have some debate. You can join that to get the verbal comprehension videos, wherein you have all the verbal aptitude related topics. So that is available only for members. So you can join under the membership. You have 3 different categories. You have IGNO, BCA, MCA, and then you have MCA exam preparation, MCA Max or something. Then you have MBA verbal aptitude. So join MBA verbal aptitude to get the verbal comprehension videos. Okay, fine. Next question. Salaries of A and B together amounts to 26,000. Okay, together A and B salary together it is 26,000. If they spend 75% and 60% of their respective salaries, their savings are equal, then their respective salaries should be. So here we don't have to actually form an equation and solve, just we can solve it from the options. See how much they are spending, 75% and 60%. So whatever is the income, after subtracting the expenses, we get the savings, right? So tell me if expenses of A and B are 75% and 60% of their incomes, what percentage is the savings? Tell me percentage of savings for both A and B. What is percentage of savings for A and B? Yes, Monica, correct. Savings is 25% and 40%. Correct. Yes, Fauzia Bonu also correct. 25% and 40%. So find out what is 25% of the first value, 40% of the second value. If they are equal, that is your answer. Okay. So take option A. For you calculate 25% of 15,000 and 40% of 10,000. Will they be equal? 40% of 10,000 is 4,000. 25% of 15,000 is, do it half twice. Half of this is 7.5, which is 50%. Another half is 3,000 something. Okay, 3,007 something. So it is not the required answer. Okay. So now check option B. In this, what is 25% and 40%? 40% of 8,000 is 4 into 8, 32, no? 3,200. 25% of 9,000, 18,000 is not the same. So for option B, we are supposed to find out actually 25% and 40%, 25% of the first option, 40% of the second option. For option A, 25% of first option is 37 something, whereas 40% of the second number is 4,000. So option A is not correct. And for option B, 25% of 18,000. 18,000, half is 9, which is 50%. 50%. Half of 9,000 is 4,500. Okay. And for 8,000, 40% is 3,200. Again, not same. Now take option C. What is 25% of 20,000? Half is 10. Another 25% is 5,000. Here, 40% is 2,400. So this is also wrong. Since first three options are wrong, obviously fourth option is the correct answer. But still, we'll just simply check. For 16,000, 25% is, half of this is 8. Again, half is 4. So 4,000 is 25%. And for 10,000, your 40% is 4,000. Okay. So this is the correct answer. See, option A, you don't even have to calculate. Even calculation is not necessary because 15 plus 10 is not even 26, right? They have said total is 26. 15 plus 10 is not even 26. So obviously this is not the answer. Then you see option B, 18 plus 8 is 26. Therefore, we check whether it is giving us this savings, equal savings. Is that clear, everybody? Now, let us take the next question. In this previous year questions, some of the questions can also be solved using other concepts. You can solve it using set theory. Okay, you can solve some of them using ratios. Even under those previous year question papers, we'll take certain this question which can also be solved using set theory, this particular question. I'll solve it under set theory also. So you will know 2, 3 different ways of solving the question, and you can choose which method to use. Read the question. In a certain town, 25% of the families own a cell phone, 15% of the families own a car, 65% of the families own neither a cell phone nor a car. If 500 families own both cell phone and car, total number of families in the town is. So whatever is the total number, understand that there are certain overlap in this case, right? We can actually solve it using a Venn diagram. If you can understand that, I will also give that solution now. It's very easy to solve using Venn diagram. But if you don't want to solve it, if you don't know, then you can even use percentages concept. So whatever is the total number of families, we don't know what is the total number of families. Let me take it as X. So 25% of X is own a cell phone. Okay. So cell phone, 25% of X is cell phone. 15% of the families own car. So car is owned by 15% of X. 65% of families own neither a cell phone nor a car. So these two people do not have both. I mean, these 65% people don't have both. They neither have a cell phone nor a car. So only the 35% of the people are included in this cell phone and car. Okay. So if 500 families own both cell phone and car, so 65% do not have both. Understand? Out of the total families, 65% of them do not have both. So the cell phone, people who have cell phone and people who have car together is 35% only. Understood? 35% have either cell phone or car or both. So 65% of them do not have both cell phone and car. 35% of them, in this 35% of them, some of them might have only cell phone, some of them might have only car, some of them might have both. Now, what is this cell phone percentage? 25% of X plus 15% of X is the total population, which is equal to 40%. And this pertains to this 35%. So what is the difference here? Difference is 5%. Understood? Difference is 5%. This 5% is the people who have both car and cell phone. Is that clear? So this 35% people have, this 5% people have both car and phone. All of you understood this? It becomes 40%. No, 25 plus 15. Ah, exactly. Yes. Correct, Monica. 25 plus 15 becomes 40%. But actually, only 35% of the population is included here. Why we are getting 40% is this 5% of the people are counted twice. They are counted when we ask how many of them have cell phones, we are counting here also. And to count how many of them have cars, here this group also we are counting. So this 5% of the people were counted once under cell phone category, once under car category. That's why this additional 5% is coming. Is that clear? So this 5% of the people have both cell phone and car. And it is given that 500 families own both cell phone as well as car. So this 5% is 500 families. Is that clear, everybody? Now you are supposed to find total number of families in the town, which is 100%, right? If total number is 100%, if 5% is 500, 100% is 10,000. Is that clear, everybody? 5% is 500. Therefore, 100% is 10,000. Hope all of you understood this. Now, there is another way of solving it. Like I told you, you can also solve it using set theory, using Venn diagram. Let us see how to solve it using a Venn diagram. So using Venn diagram, we first write a rectangle which covers entire families. 100% of the population is covered in this. In this, I'll write one circle that represents people who have cell phones, and the other circle that represents the people who have car. Okay, one circle denotes number of people who have cell phone, and the other circle denotes the number of people who have car. They have given that 65% of the families neither own a cell phone nor a car. So 65% is written outside the circles because these people do not come inside cell phone circle. They do not come inside car circle also. They're outside the two circles. So this two circles completely should be equal to how much? 35% only. Okay. And 25% is there here in cell phone circle. Cell phone circle is 25% and car circle is 15%. Total is 40%. But actual percentage that needs to be written inside the circle is 35%. Whatever is the difference, this many people are included in cell phone circle as well as car circle. So we should write 5% here. That is the difference. So people who have only cell phone is 20% of the population. People who have only car is 10% of the population. So totally this is a 35%. So if this is 500, you can find out what is the total population. 5% is 500, so find out what is 100%. If you write using a Venn diagram, it's very easy to understand the percentage distribution or the overall population distribution. Both cell phone and car, there are 5% of people. People who have only cell phone and not car, it is 20%. People who have only car, no cell phone is 10%. At least one of them, people who have either car or cell phone or both, that is 35%. Okay. This is easier to solve many types of questions wherever you have this percentage or the 2 or 3 categories will be there. You should know how many people are included in each category. So this type of questions is solved using Venn diagram. We'll solve more questions on Venn diagram in the upcoming sessions. All of you have understood this? We will solve the next question. This type of question is very commonly repeated. A student has to secure 40% marks to pass. He got 40 marks and failed by 40 marks. Maximum marks he secured is. I think there is a mistake in the question. He secured, okay. Maximum marks he can secure is the question. You need to find out the total marks, I think. I don't know if I have typed the question wrongly. Anyway, let me try to solve it. What is passing percentage? 40%. Pass percentage is 40%. What is his score? 40 marks. Failed by 40 marks means passing marks is another 40. Understood? He scored 40 and he failed. He's failed by 40 marks means he needs another 40 to pass. So he has scored 40, another 40 is required to pass. So what does it mean? 40% is passing percentage, which is actually 160 marks. So if 40% is 160 marks, how much is 100%? Multiply this with 2.5 to get 100%, or double it, you will get 80%. Half of it is 20%, add that. So double of this is 320. Half of 160 is 80. So 400 is the total marks. Okay, maximum marks he secured is. So total marks is 400 and option is not given, meaning I have done some mistake in the question. Let me just check it once. Okay, so you solve the next question. Meanwhile, I'll check where I have done this mistake. So this is after 25%. Yeah. I have just typed in these questions. I must have made, yeah, I got it. A student has to secure 40% marks to pass. He got 40 marks and failed by 40 marks. Yeah, I have typed the question correctly. Maximum marks he secured. Okay, sorry. Maximum mark option is given as C200. No, that is wrong. Passing marks is 80. Oh, yeah, extremely sorry. Correct. See, this is a mistake we do. Passing marks is 80. 40 plus 40 is 80. So 40% is 80. So 100% is 200. Yes. Correct. Thanks for identifying the mistake. Passing marks 40 plus 40 is 80. So 40% of the marks is 80. 100% of the marks is 200. Double. Okay. So maximum marks he can secure is 200. Means 200 is the total marks. He has scored 40. Right. Now we will solve the next question. What interest rate Susan need to secure to make 2,500 in interest on 10,000 principal over 5 years? Same simple question that simple interest formula that we did earlier is what you need to use. Simple interest is PTR by 100. So Susan needs to make 2,500 in interest. So simple interest expected is 2,500. Principal amount is 10,000. Time is 5 years. Rate of interest is what we are supposed to find out. So these two zeros gets cancelled. These two zeros gets cancelled with this. 5 5s are 25. So rate of interest is 5%. Very simple calculation. Just substitute in PTR by 100. Interest is given, principal amount and time is given. You have to find just the rate of interest. Hope it is clear. We will solve the next question. This question we can also solve using ratios. We will do it under ratios topic. Right now we will solve it using percentages concept. 2 liters of a mixture of alcohol and water contain 10% water. This is added to 4 liters of another mixture containing 8% water, and half a liter of water is added to the whole mixture. Then the percentage of water in the resultant mixture is. See, there are two mixtures of alcohol and water. Then the first mixture, how much quantity are we taking? 2 liters. In this 2 liters, what percentage is water? 10%. So how much is 10% of 2 liters? 200 ml, right? 10% of 2 liters is 200 ml. Then we are adding this to another mixture. The other mixture, second mixture, we are taking 4 liters. In this 4 liters mixture, what percentage is water? 8%. 8% of 4 liters is 320 ml. Okay. So there is a total of 520 ml, and the total mixture is 6 liters. And now, after mixing these two mixtures, another half a liter of water is added. So half liter in the sense 500 ml is added, and this will add the total quantity also, right? Now we should find out what is the water percentage. How much water percentage is that? 520 ml plus 500 ml is 1020 ml divided by 6 liters plus 500 ml is 6500 ml. Find out the percentage. 1 0 gets cancelled here, 1 more 0 gets cancelled. We have 1020 by 65. I'll cancel this by 5. 5 13s are 5 2s are 10. 204 by 13. So 204 by 13 is there. Look at the options. The option that has 13 in the denominator is the answer. And you see that this has 11 in the denominator. We have three more options which has 13 in the denominator. Just find out 13. Okay, we have multiple options here. Just count. 204, if I multiply 13 into 10 is 130. We have another 74. 5s are 65, which is 195 plus 9 by 30. I have explained this division method in many of the problems. In fractions and simplifications, I have explained about this. 204, we can write it as multiples of 13, which is 130, then 65, which is 95, plus 9 by 30. So 13 tens are 130, 13 fives are 165, and then we have 9 by 30. So the answer is 15, 9 by 13. Understood this? Sorry to disturb you. I want to ask you, registered, do I need to give KMAT also? Amol, I think you have joined our batch, no? Paid batch. You can join the batch and ask this question. You are in the WhatsApp group, right? You will get daily links. We cannot guarantee this. Okay, so this depends on number of seats available, what rank you get. You can give KMAT. There's nothing wrong because anyway, same preparation. You can give KMAT. No wrong, nothing wrong in trying. Cannot guarantee that you will get it in PGCET itself, right? It depends on your rank. So try both. Nothing wrong in writing another exam because anyway, you're preparing for this PGCET, same topics will be there for KMAT also. Okay. Next question. Similar to the question that we solved earlier, marks, percentages type of question. A gets 30% marks in an exam, but fails by 50 marks, whereas B gets 50 marks more than necessary for passing, and he scores 40%. What is the passing percentage and what are the maximum marks? So passing, 1% has got 30%. Okay. And he has failed by 50 marks. Whatever is the passing marks, if I take passing marks as 50, passing marks as X, this 30%, he has failed by 50 marks, means passing marks is X. He has scored 50 less. Okay. And B gets 50 marks more than what is necessary. So passing marks is X. He gets 50 more. And he is scoring 40%. Okay. So this person, one person is scoring 30%, another person is scoring 40%, which is a difference of 10%. And this 10% is whatever is passing marks, this is passing marks. One person has scored 50 less, another person has scored 50 more, right? So difference between 30% and 40% is 10%, and the difference between these two is 100 marks. And X is equal distance from 30% and 40%. This is 50 less, this is 50 more. So this is 35%, midpoint, okay, 35%. So 35% is passing mark, 10% is 100. So 100% is 1000 marks. This is the answer. Did all of you understand this? We have few more questions, but I compiled only a list of 10 questions. I will add a few more questions from previous year question papers. From MCA question papers, I have added all the questions from 2018 to 2022. Okay. And MBA, I have not added everything. I will add few more questions to this list. And this PDF I will share, not with the answers, only this questions PDF. This questions PDF, I will share it in the WhatsApp group if you're and in the Telegram channel. So if you're not in the WhatsApp group or in the Telegram channel, links are given in the description. Join the WhatsApp group and the Telegram channel, and make sure you attend every day live at 8:30. Today there was some issue and some technical issue was there, so we started the session 10 minutes late. We will have almost every day you will have it in the same duration, 8:30 to 9:15, 9:20. That is going to be the duration. And most of the previous year question papers we are going to cover. And you can also watch PGCET playlist of last year and this year to get the conceptual understanding. If you're preparing for MBA or MCA, for verbal aptitude, you can join the membership courses where you will get the video lectures of some important topics, also complete verbal comprehension, and certain few max videos also you will get if you join under membership. If you are somebody who has already joined our paid program and attending our Zoom classes, which is conducted every day from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you're somebody who is attending Zoom classes, you don't have to join membership program. Okay. If you're not attending those Zoom classes, then this membership will help you. But if you want to do a complete preparation from A to Z, right from the basics with lots of practice questions, then join the join our online classes. You can, I get the app link from the video description, download the app and join PGCET MBA or MCA course, whatever you are preparing for. You have an additional 20% discount for the next 3 days. So if you're interested, you can download and you can join. See you in tomorrow's session with a new topic. Bye bye.